Okay, today's video is about energy resources. And this is going to be one video out of two. So we're going to do the first half with this video. So we get our energy from different resources. The electricity you use in your house, the power in your car, all that stuff comes from several different resources. Every energy resource has advantages and disadvantages. They have good and bad things. An advantage is a benefit or a good thing, and a disadvantage is a negative or bad thing. And every energy resource has both. Nothing is perfect, and nothing is completely awful. They always have good and bad things. There are three types of sources that you'll need to know. Renewable means that it runs out. You can use it all up, but it comes back very quickly. So corn, trees, things like that, you can cut down all the corn in a field, but it comes back, within a few months or a year or so. Non-renewable means when it runs out, it takes a very long time to come back. It is possible for it to come back eventually, but it'll be probably millions of years from now. So petroleum, coal, natural gas, all the fossil fuels, once they run out, that's pretty much it as far as we're concerned. They'll be like millions of years before it comes back. And an inexhaustible means it never runs out. You can't ever use it all up. So the first source we're going to talk about is biomass. It's any organic matter that can be used as an energy source. So anything that used to be alive that you can burn or turn into a fuel. Examples are wood and ethanol. Ethanol is a car fuel that they make from corn. And you may see that on the gas pump, like at 7-Eleven, that it contains 15% ethanol or something like that. It's just a fuel that they make from corn. Advantages of biomass is that it's renewable. You can regrow the stuff, and it can be easy to use. Using wood as a fuel source, you just burn it in a fire. That's pretty easy. Disadvantages, these can cause pollution when they're burned. So the wood, the corn, and the ethanol, when you burn those fuels, it creates air pollution. Next is coal. Coal is a fossil fuel, and it's from the remains of plants from millions of years ago. And it's a chunky black solid. If you use charcoal in your barbecue over the summer, it looks very similar to what actual coal looks like. So a black, kind of looks like a rock, but it's not. Advantages, it's inexpensive to produce, so it's relatively cheap, and the technology already exists. We've been using coal for hundreds of years. Trains back in the 1800s used coal, and so all the stuff we need to use it is already here. We already have it. We don't have to make new stuff. Disadvantages, it creates lots of pollution. It's a really big pollution creator, and it can be dangerous for miners. So the guys that go into the mines to get the coal out, they have accidents sometimes, and they can get hurt or even die. Next is geothermal. And geothermal, I think, is probably my favorite word of all of them because it means earth heat. Geo means earth, thermal means heat. It uses the heat from inside the earth to create electricity. Advantages, it's inexhaustible. We can't ever use all this up. There's so much energy from inside the earth that we can never use it all up. And it does not pollute. It doesn't create any pollution. Disadvantages, it's expensive, and it's not available everywhere. So especially like in Colorado, there's giant mountains. You have to drill all the way through the mountain then to get into the earth. So it's not very realistic to use it there. And just so you know, the advantages and disadvantages I'm giving you are just some. There are definitely a lot more advantages and disadvantages of each source, but you're going to research more of them. This is just a few. Next is hydropower, which means water power. It's using water to make energy. They block off a river with something called a dam. So the river comes through and they block it off. And as the water comes over the top of the dam, it turns turbines and makes electricity. So advantage is that it doesn't create pollution. It doesn't harm our air at all. But disadvantages, the dams can be expensive to build. They can cause flooding, and it can be harmful to fish. So the fish need to swim upstream to feed or whatever. They can't get up over the dam. So it can be harmful to the fish life cycle. And then lastly, for this half of the video, is natural gas. And natural gas is a fossil fuel formed from sea plants and animals from millions of years ago. It's a colorless, odorless gas that they find underground. This is found in areas that used to be, millions of years ago, used to be oceans. So there's a lot of natural gas in Texas, there's a lot of natural gas in Kansas, places that are real flat usually have a lot of natural gas. It's colorless and odorless, so if you smell natural gas, that is a smell they add to it to make it safer, so in case there's a leak, you don't, blow up a building. But naturally, when it comes out of the ground, it doesn't have any smell. The advantages are it pollutes less than other fossil fuels. So it still creates some pollution, but not nearly as much as coal or petroleum or some of those other ones. One of the disadvantages of natural gas is that it's non-renewable. Once we use up all the natural gas in the ground, that's it for a really, really long time.